Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about the syllabus of BA first year pass course for the subject English Language and Literature, which is for the students of Mohanlal Sukhadia University, Udaipur. In BA first year, there are two papers, Paper 1, Drama, Poetry and Grammar, and Paper 2, Prose and Fiction. There are three sections in each paper, Section A, B and C, and three units, Unit A, B and C. Section A comprises 10 very short answer type questions consisting of 1 mark each, and questions will be asked from all units, all three units. And likewise, Section B comprises 5 short answer type questions, and the word limit is 250 words to 300 words. And questions will be asked in pairs. It means there will be 10 questions in all, and out of 10 questions, you will be given internal choice in each pair, and you will have to attempt one out of those 2 questions. And it is of 50 marks. Section A is of 10 marks and Section B is of 50 marks. It means each question in Section B is of 10 marks. And in Section C, you will be given 5 questions, and out of those 5 questions, you will have to attempt only 2 questions. And each question carries 20 marks. So it means Section C is of 40 marks, while Section A is of 10 marks and Section B is of 50 marks. So it means the whole paper carries 100 marks. Paper 1. The nomenclature of Paper 1 is Drama, Poetry and Grammar. Drama, as we know, drama means plays. And in Unit A, we have As You Like It by William Shakespeare. And Unit B has some poems. There are 2 sonnets, When to the Sessions and Like as the Waves, which is by William Shakespeare. And When the Assault Was Intended to the City is by John Milton. And Alexander Pope's poem, An Essay on Man. So there is a small section of that poem which is prescribed on the syllabus, not the full poem. And William Blake's The Tiger, and likewise On the Receipt of My Mother's Picture is a poem by William Cowper. She Was a Phantom of Delight is by William Wordsworth, who was a great romantic poet. And then younger romantic poet Percy Bysshe Shelley's poem The Cloud. And then there is a Victorian poet, Lord Alfred Tennyson. His poem Ulysses is there in Unit B. And then there are 3 Indian poets in English: Henry Derozio, Michael Madhusudan Dutt and Toru Dutt. Henry Derozio's one poem, Song of the Hindustani Minstrel, is there, and King Porus, A Legend of Old, The Queen of Delhi's Dream. These 2 poems are by Michael Madhusudan Dutt. And The Lotus and Lakshman, these 2 poems are by Toru Dutt. These 3 poets were Indian poets who used to write poems in English, and they all belong to the 19th century Indian English writing. Then in Unit C, we have language, grammar. There are two topics, basic sentence pattern and clauses. As we all know, grammar means in grammar we study words, word formations, and how words are put together in sentences, how structures, grammatical structures are formed. So it is all studied in grammar, parts of speech, different parts of speech, noun, pronoun, etc. So there are two topics, basic sentence pattern and clauses. Basic sentence pattern means that there are 7 types of clauses, and there are 5 basic elements in English grammar, which are subject, object, verb, complement, adverb. They are generally called SVOCA. S stands for subject, V stands for verb, and O stand for object, while C and A stand for complement and adverbial respectively. So in this topic, we will study how different structures, basic structures are formed. And in the second topic, clauses, we study the types of clauses. Clause is not a full sentence, but it is part of a sentence. And there are 2 kinds of clauses, independent clause, independent clause. Independent clause is also called principal clause or main clause, while dependent clause is generally called subordinate clause. And there are 3 kinds of subordinate clauses: nominal clause or noun clause, adjectival clause, and adverbial clause. So in this topic we are going to study the various subtypes of nominal clauses and adjectival clauses and adverbial clauses. So this is the scheme of paper 1, drama, poetry and grammar. And then there is another paper, paper 2, prose and fiction. As far as the marks are concerned and the format of the paper is concerned, it is just as the same as of paper 1, that there are 3 sections, section A, B and C, and there are 3 units. And the same scheme of marks is there. 10 very short answer type questions of 10 marks, 5 short answer type questions of 10 marks each, and 2 full length questions of 20 marks each. In Unit A, we have a book of essays, which is by C.H. Lockett, The Art of the Essayist. And out of this book, we have some essays which are prescribed on your syllabus. Of Youth and Age is by Francis Bacon, who was a Jacobean philosopher, diplomat, and prose writer. Then there is The Spectator Club is another essay by Richard Steele, and Joseph Addison's Meditations in Westminster Abbey, and Goldsmith's essay Beautibs at Home, and Charles Lamb's essay Detached Thoughts on Books and Readings is there, and E.V. Lucas' essay Third Thoughts. On the Pleasures of No Longer Being Very Young is an essay by G.K. Chesterton, while The Student is by Lind. And in Unit B, there are some short stories which are prescribed on the syllabus, and all the stories are from an anthology of short stories which is edited by J. Sasikumar and Paul Gunashekhar, and which is by Orient Longman, means the publication is Orient Longman. Marriage is a Private Affair is a short story by Chinua Achebe. The Ransom of Red Chief is by O. Henry, who was an American short story writer, and Sparrows is by K. A. Abbas. And The Mother of a Traitor is by Maxim Gorky, a celebrated Russian author, and The Verger is by W. Somerset Maugham. And then in Unit C, we have a novel, which is The Mayor of Casterbridge, and it is by Thomas Hardy. And the mayor in the novel is Michael Hanchard, and it is the story of the tragedy of Michael Hanchard and the tragedies of the people related to him, his wife, his daughter, and his opponent in business, Farfrey, and some other people. So this is the scheme of paper 2. So I hope that you have been through these topics, and one by one we will be reading these topics in another videos, which I hope I'm going to make very soon. Thank you for listening.